We are continuing from the last day lesson, so which we have discussed about in the last day lesson. We have just discussed about networking part, beginning of the networking section. So there we discuss about wired media and wireless media. Okay, so but we have not done the comparison. So in wired or wireless media, so these are the examples. This is actually a summary of the things that we have learned. So there are three types of wired media. So one is called coaxial cable. The second one is fiber optics. The third one is coaxial cable, fiber optics, and the third one is twisted pair. So those are the three types of cables available. Wired media, or we call guided media, wired media. So those are the types. So can you remember the distance? Yes. Can you remember the distance of each? Communication distance of each. Yes. Can anybody tell the communication distance of each? Hello? Coaxial cable, what will be the maximum distance? So roughly, or just tell me some value. How many meters? Coaxial cables?
100 to 200 meters.
Yes, Pute?
100 to 200
Yeah,
meters.
it can be 100 meters. Even it can go up to 200 meters, but not more than that. Twisted pair? Twisted pair? Yes. How many meters? Twisted pair.
100 meters.
Again, 100 meters. So it's again, so it can sometimes real it can go up to 100 plus meters, but normally 100 meters. Fiber optics, how many meters? Fiber optics. Yes. Fiber optics. How many meters? Fiber optics. It can, yeah, it can go up. So if it permits, like fiber optic can transfer data even 50 kilometers, right? 50 plus kilometers it can transmit. It can even transmit short distance. If you consider long distance, it can even transmit kilometers away, right? 50 kilometers even supported, right? That is about this transmission. So which is faster? Out of this, which is faster? Coaxial, twisted, or fiber? This is from the last day lesson, Pute. Which is faster? Fiber the fast, coaxial the nathang twisted pair. Which is faster?
Fiber.
Fiber is super faster. Yes, correct. Fiber is super faster. And which is expensive? Expensive?
Fiber.
Fiber. Again, expensive is fiber. Faster one is also fiber. And then, so which is not affected by electromagnetic interference?
Fiber.
Again, fiber, right? Fiber is not affected by electromagnetic interference. The reason is it is transporting light. Light ආලෝකයට බලපාන්නේ නැහැ. විද්‍යුත් චුම්බක බලපෑම් එල්ල වෙන්නේ නැහැ. Electromagnetic interference. විද්‍යුත් චුම්බක තරංගවල බලපෑමක් එල්ල වෙන්නේ නැහැ ආලෝකයට. Therefore, so it is not affected by electromagnetic interference, right? It is not affected by electromagnetic interference, right? Okay, now I think it's clear. So we learn about, right? We learn about all three kind of, right? We learn about all three kind of wired media, and let's see some images of them. So this is how twisted pair looks like, and we learn about two categories of twisted pair. One is shielded twisted pair. Shielded means each pair will have a shield. හැම pair එකක්ම කියන්නේ යුගලක්ම. මේකේ තියෙන යුගල 4ක්. There will be 8 cables. So remember, okay, how many cables, how many wires in twisted pair? There will be 8 wires. 8 wires. And so there are 4 pairs. යුගල 4ක් විදියට. යුගල 4ක් විදියට wire 8ක් තියෙනවා. There will be 8 wires and 4 pairs. In twisted pair cable, there will be 8 wires, 4 pairs, and each pair will have a cover. So then that is called, what is the cable type? Which twisted pair? When there is a cover for each pair, when there is a cover for each pair, we call that wire what? What twisted pair? Blank twisted pair. Histanak twisted pair. Mono twisted pair the kiyanne etakota? Shielded twisted pair. That is called shielded twisted pair. ආවරණය කරන ලද. ආවරණය කරන ලද ඇඹරි යුගල් කියලා සිංහලෙන් කියන්නේ. So but no need to remember that. Just remember the English wording, shielded twisted pair. And if it has a common cover like this, we call unshielded twisted pair. Okay, now can you tell me which is expensive? Is it STP or UTP? Actually, this is STP. The short name is STP is expensive. Yes, this is UTP. Which is faster? Is it STP or UTP? STP is expensive. Yes. Which is faster?
STP.
STP. Which has more quality?
STP.
Again STP. But which is more commonly used? It is UTP. Right? You have all these reasons. Yes, this is faster. So this is high quality, and this is expensive. So by comparing the expensiveness and all these things, mostly in the transmission, we use unshielded twisted pair, UTP cables. Vadipura pavichi wenna UTP. Okay. So if you want, please write down this wording closer to the images in your note. The note එකේ මේ දෙක ලියාගත්තත් කමන්නේ. This is STP. This is UTP. UTP and STP. Better write down that. Okay. Right. Then in this, this is not there in the examination. But in examination, this will not be tested. But in the industry, you need this. So shall I erase this, Pute? Quickly write down, right? Quickly write down shielded twisted pair, unshielded. Both of them. So there are 8 wires and 4 pairs. Deka tama utala තියෙන්නේ. So the maximum transmission distance is around 100 meters, right? Okay. This will not be asked in the examination, but so it's still important. So there are categories of these twisted pair here. So I said that 100 to 200 meters maximum. It can be 200 meters, but not more than that. It is a copper wire, and it will face electromagnetic interference. But to minimize, right? To minimize, here actually this is coaxial cable. Sorry, it's my mistake. It's not twisted pair. You have to add the image. Coaxial cable I show you last day. It is the antenna cable, nothing else. It is antenna cable. You can see it has it has a shield or external. So here the outer insulation, inside that there is a copper mesh. This copper mesh is preventing electromagnetic interference. Vidyut chumbaka ඒ බලපෑම අඩු කරන එක තමයි මේ copper mesh එකෙන් කරන්නේ. Let me edit my note. So you can edit your note accordingly. You can also edit the note accordingly. So here actually I forgot to add the image. So please add that image in the correct position. Those who do not have notes, please contact Ms. Lakmali and get the note. So image should be placed here. Coaxial cable. තනි අක්ෂයක් වටා එතුණු කියන එක තමයි meaning එක. Can go up to 100-200 meters. So it has copper wire, inner insulation with copper mesh, outer insulation. Why copper mesh? To prevent electromagnetic interference. Then twisted pair. Twisted pair, it can go up to 100 meters. Industrially, there are different categories. Cat 3, Cat 4, Cat 5, Cat 6. Cat 7. So when the category is high, it is like version. When category is high, the quality will also be high. Category quality ka quality. So then this is it. And then, as I said, fiber optics, it's not affected by electromagnetic interference and it can transfer data even up to 100 kilometers. See how far it can transfer. If no interference, no other like bending, like no other issues, it can transmit data even for 100 kilometers. So you know how we are getting internet, right? I explained this in different lessons. So there is a cable called Sirimevan. Southeast Asia, Middle East, Western Europe. That is the meaning. That cable is called Sirimevan. So this is a fiber optic backbone, or optic fiber backbone. See how it connects Pasputi. So this is Sirimevan version 4, and there is version 5, version 6 as well. It is here, you can see it is connecting continents and subcontinents. Other people වගේම මහද්වීපත් කනෙක්ට් කරනවා. මේ අර්ධද්වීප මහද්වීප කනෙක්ට් කරනවා. ඒ තරම් දුර යන්න පුළුවන්. So it can support even more than 100 kilometers. So that is fiber, that is the fastness, that is the speed, and that is the quality of fiber. Okay, transport light. Then the next thing is we learn about wireless transmission media. So what are wireless media? Radio waves. It can be Bluetooth, Zigbee, Wi-Fi. Or there are high frequency waves. These high frequency waves are used in FM, AM, and also TV, UHF, VHF, very high frequency, ultra high frequency. So these are the things. So VHF, ultra high frequency, UHF. Those are also wireless medium. So which can transport like, so can you tell me the range of Bluetooth? Bluetooth, how many meters? Bluetooth? Yes. These are going omnidirectional. These are going omnidirectional. Omnidirectional කියන්නේ රට වටේ යනවා. හැමතැනම radio waves වල හැටි. Right? ඒවා omnidirectional. ඕනම් මෙතන ලියා ගන්නත් පුළුවන්. Omnidirectional කියන්නේ වටේටම විහිදිලා යනවා. So going all the directions. Bluetooth, how many meters? Yes, come on, tell me. I need your answer. Bluetooth, how many meters? නිකම් මතක් කරලා කියන්නේ ෆෝන් එක කොච්චර විතර මීටර් වැඩ කරයිද? How many meters Bluetooth? Yes.
3 or 4 meters.
Yeah, it can maximum go up to 10 meters. So it's in the 10 meter range. It can be more, but the thing is, normally, so if there are no obstacles, so if the environment is really clear, less noisy, yes, then it can go more than 10 meters. But normally, it's the maximum is considered as 10 meters, maximum effective 10 meters. Then Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi. Wireless fidelity. How many meters? Wi-Fi. Yes. Okay, turn on the mic and tell.
20 meters.
Oh no, Pute, it's going more than 20 meters. Wi-Fi can go. If there are no obstacles, it can even reach 100 meters. බාධක නැත්තම් මීටර් 100ක් මනේ 50ක් විතරවත් පුළුවන්. 100ක් වෙන්න නම් ඉතින් empty වෙන්න ඕන. බාධක ඇත්තම නැති වෙන්න ඕන. But normally, effectively, it can cover 50 meters. Effectively. Then, what do you think about high frequencies HF, VHF, and UHF? HF, VHF, UHF? It can go up to kilometers, right? It can cover kilometers, right? Kilometer ගානක් යන්න පුළුවන්. HF, VHF, UHF can cover some kilometers even. HF, VHF, UHF can cover some kilometers. Okay, then microwaves, how many kilometers? Microwaves. Yes. Microwaves. Microwaves. Kilometer කීයක් යයිද? Microwaves, I think you have seen. Yes, Pute. Okay, so if you have not seen, have you seen this? මේවා මතක් කරලා බලන්න. දැකලා තියෙනවද කියලා? Microwave oven නෙමෙයි. Microwave drums දැකලා තියෙනවා. Haven't you seen this microwave drum? These are there in telecommunication towers like this. Have you seen? Or haven't? Maybe there are, so this can be on top of a large building. උස ගොඩනැගිලි වල වහල ගොඩක් තියෙනවා. It can be there in large buildings. Or it can be there in these telecommunication towers. Have you seen this? දැකලා තියෙනවද? Yes or no? දැකලා නැද්ද?
Yes, sir.
One said yes. Others are not responding. මම හිතනවා අනිත් අය දැකලා නැතුව කියලා. හරි එහෙනම් අද යන ගමන් ඔය උස ටවර්ස් දිහා බලාගෙන යන්න. right? යන ගමන් උස ටවර් තියෙනවා. ඒවා දිහා බලාගෙන යන්න. හරි. So then you can see this microwave. Right? Then you can see this microwave. Microwave drums. Actually, microwaves can transmit data. Microwaves can transmit data around. Microwaves can transfer data around 50, 100, so even more than 100 kilometers, because satellite. So there are two type of microwave. One is terrestrial microwave and the other one is satellite, right? So these are two type. Terrestrial කියන්නේ භූමියේ තියෙන was satellite. So both use microwave, right? Terrestrial and satellite both use microwave. Here you can see. So just see the distance. It can transmit data for several kilometers because the satellites are placed on the sky, right? You cannot even see in the eyesight, eye margin. So it's not closer to us. It's definitely more than 100 kilometers away. Some are placed 300, 400 like that. So really far away from the Earth's surface. But still, these microwave antennas are capable of communicating with these drums using microwave. Here, see the distance 36,000 kilometers. So his signal, no intermediate locations, right? So it transmits data through microwave. So it is really high distance communication. But there is issue in microwave. So it's not like radio waves. Microwave has an issue. So can anybody tell that? So it can go long distances. It can go long distances. Okay, two type of microwave that we have learned. Terrestrial, that you can add, and can be satellite. Then you know it can transmit data for long distance. But there is an issue. If you have seen these microwave drums, you know the issue. Microwave drums, ඔයාලා දැකලා තියෙනවා නම් issue එක ඔයාලා මොකක්ද කියන එක දන්නවා. What is the issue? Yes. පුතේ අද interactivity එක අඩුයි. මොකද අද කතා කරන්නේ නැත්තේ කවුරුත්? කම්මැලිද? So I know this is theory lesson but cannot help. Today we have to finish it. නේද? එහෙනම් කතා කරන්න වෙනවා. Okay, tell me the difference. Sorry, tell me tell me the issue with microwave when compared to the radio waves. There's a fundamental issue. Just guess and tell. හිතලා කියන්න වැරදුනට කමන්නේ වැරදුනට මුකුත් කියන්නේ නැහැ.
It goes to only one direction.
මොකද පුතේ?
It goes to only one direction.
It is unidirectional. Yes, exactly. So unlike these radio waves can travel omnidirectionally. Radio waves වටේටම යනවා. Omnidirectional. It microwave ගත්තම microwave යන්නේ එක direction එකකට විතරයි. It's unidirectional. It's not omnidirectional. හතර වටේ යන්නේ. Unidirectional. Therefore, line of sight is required. So what is this line of sight? Line of sight කියලා කියන්නේ මේ microwave තියෙනවනේ එකකින්. Terrestrial microwave. So let's say terrestrial microwave. There's something called line of sight. That means here, so it's going terrestrial. So both the sender and receiver must see each other. මේ දෙන්නට මේ දෙනවා පේන්න ඕන. ඕක බලන්න පුළුවන් වල උස කන්දකට එහෙම නැග්ගම. මේ ටවර්ස් තියෙන්නේ කොහොමද? ටවර්ස් තියෙන්නේ එකිනෙකට කෙලින්. එක කෙලින් තියෙන්නේ. ඇයි both must see each other. So that is how the microwave travels. Microwave යනකොට මේ දෙන්නට දෙන්නව පේන්න ඕන නැත්තම් යන්නේ නැහැ. Okay, what happen if there is a large building? In the middle there is a large building, then what will happen? Yes? Yes, tall building. In case of tall building, so what is the mechanism? Then, so these microwaves cannot see each other, right? then this microwave cannot see each other. Then what's the solution? When there's a tall building, what's the solution? Yes. So here you can see this can communicate. So this can communicate that this is not tall. But sometimes there are some buildings. These buildings are tall. So when there are such buildings, the microwave cannot see each other. So then there is a solution. So what is the solution? Yes? Solution
Using satellites?
Yes, Pute?
Using satellites?
No, satellite man no. Here, haven't you seen a microwave in tall building? There is a mechanism. When there is a building, so here, this kind of thing can be done. Because it is disturbing. These buildings are disturbing microwave. So what it does? It has implemented another set of microwave in the building. එතකොට මෙහෙමයි වෙන්නේ. දැන් අපි ඉන්න තැන උස building එක microwave tower දෙකක් තියෙනවා. Let's say there are 2 microwave towers. මේ තියෙන එක tower එකක් කියලා අපි හිතමු. විතම මේ තියෙන එක microwave tower එකක්. මේකේ microwave drum එකක් තියෙනවා. දැන් මේක මේ තව microwave tower එකක් එක්ක ගනුදෙනු කර කර ඉන්නවා. There's another microwave tower in front of that. But suddenly a company decided to implement a large building. Then the problem comes. Because when there is a large building, this line of sight or these microwave towers cannot see, or microwave drums cannot see each other. Then what will happen? So let's say a large building came. Now this ordinary signal, so ordinary signal went through this path is blocked. Therefore, there will be another microwave drum placed here in the building, maybe using small kind of, maybe they are using some kind of tower to build that. They do something like this. So when this is happening, it is possible to send data from here to here and then here to here. That is the mechanism. And this will be adjusted. This drum will be adjusted to point top of the building. The microwave receivers in the top of the building. Understood what is happening? I think you better take a screenshot of this. So this is explaining how microwave works. So microwave only goes unidirection. Therefore, if there is an obstacle, there we need to have alternative mechanism to transfer it, especially when there's an obstacle like building. Okay, done. Well, right, then infrared. So infrared is the smallest distance one. It can only go like 1 meter, 2 meter distance. So can you tell me example where infrared is used?
Wireless keyboard.
Wireless keyboard, yes. Anything else?
TV remote.
Yes, remotes. Wireless keyboards, remotes. That is used in remotes. So that is very good example, not just TV remotes. There are many remotes. In these remotes, this can be used. Okay. So let's go and see. We learn about this, we learn about this, we learn about this, and this is actually showing different ranges, frequencies of wireless. Microwaves, right? So here I have given the note about this. So unidirectional, but it can be terrestrial or it can be satellite. It can even transmit around 50 kilometers and even more than that, especially in obstacles. So when communicating with satellites, it can go up to, it can go more than 100 kilometers. And radio waves, right? Those are omnidirectional. Microwave. Actually, WiMAX use microwave, right? Wi-Fi name WiMAX, it use microwave. Wireless interoperability for microwave access. WiMAX වලදී ඔයාට Wi-Fi වලින් තමයි connect වෙන්නේ phone එක. හැබැයි ඒ Wi-Fi hotspot එකේ ඉඳන් internet ඊළඟ service center එකට යනකම් යන්නේ microwave වලින්. නැත්තම් අපිට මේ phone තියාගෙන ඉන්න වෙනවනේ tower එකේ ඉන්නේ. ඒතකොට ඊට වැඩි ප්‍රශ්නයක් වෙනවා. It's not possible to keep mobile phones like that. So then අපිට තිබ්බනම් දැන් අපිට මේවා unidirectional වුණා නම්, okay, so you know microwave is unidirectional. එතකොට දැන් mobile phone වලට නැත්නම් WiMAX වලට microwave use කරනවා. So let's say you are using microwave for WiMAX. Then what will happen? When you try to take a call, so you will lose signal. Then what you have to do? ඔයාට හිතන විදිහට මේක නිකන් කෙලින් තියාගන්න ඕන. ෆෝන් එක තියාගන්න ඕන. ටවර් එක කෙලින්. ටවර් එක පේන හරියෙන් තමයි ෆෝන් එක තියන්න. But that is not required. මේ තියෙන ෆෝන් එක. ෆෝන් එකයි ටවර් එකයි මෙහෙම කමියුනිකේට් කරයි කියලා තමයි අපි හිතන්නේ. It's communicating unidirectional. Either this direction, right? But actually speaking, mobile phone and the microwave tower, mobile phone and the phone tower or telecommunication tower is not communicating face to face. It's not unidirectional. It's communicating using radio waves. ඒ කියන්නේ tower එකෙන් tower එකට එනකම් මෙහෙම එන්නේ කෙලි. Tower to tower or satellite to tower, it is unidirectional. But from that point to us, end device, it is omnidirectional. එකයි අපි ළඟපාත කොහේ හිටියත් call එක ගන්න පුළුවන්. We will get the signal. tower එක කෙලින් phone එක තියාගන්න ඕනේ නැහැ. The reason is between towers it is transmitted as unidirectional signal, but from the tower to us it is omnidirectional. From tower to us it is omnidirectional. Okay. Small exercise. So let's see, otherwise like it seems boring. So let's answer a small question. Write down ten devices which are used for network communication. Okay, write down this now. Otherwise you will feel bored. So write down 10 devices which are used for network communication quickly. Yes, tell me the devices that you have learned. So what are the devices?
Switch.
Yes.
Switch.
10 devices. Come on. One is, yes. One is,
Hub.
all right, hub. Before, like, first of all, you can say network interface card, NIC. Hub. Switch. Anything else?
Wi-Fi.
Router. Wi-Fi is just signal, right? Wi-Fi is just type of wireless communication. Router. Then anything else? There are something called repeater that will repeat the signal. Bridge. Bridges are also there. Bridge. Gateway. Gateway is another device. Gateway.
Access point.
Access point. Firewall. One more.
Modem.
Modem. Correct. Okay, there are more, but if you know these 10, so that's enough. So you should know some devices which are used to connect into the network. If you have not written, please write down now. NIC, network interface card. NIC means not national identity card, it is network interface card. Network interface card. NIC. Okay. NIC is the card which is like used for network connecting networks. So if you have wired device or wireless device, definitely you need NIC card. This is end user device. End user device කියන්නේ අපි ළඟ ඒ අන්තිමට connect වෙන අය ගාව තමයි network interface card එක තියෙන්නේ. ඒක wireless වෙන්නත් පුළුවන්, wired වෙන්නත් පුළුවන්. අපේ phone එකේ මේක wireless. In our phone it is wireless. If it is a desktop, it is wired basically. If it is laptop, it is wireless. ඒ වගේ තියෙනවා network එකට connect වෙන්න. Hub. We learn about hub. Hub is a less intelligent device which will broadcast. Hub එක මම කිව්වා broadcast කරනවා. Broadcast කරනවා කියන්නේ whatever the signal sent to you, the hub will be sent to all the parties. එයාට එන එක හැමෝටම යනවා. ඒවා යාළුවෙකුට කිව්වොත් මේක අපි හිතමු ඔයාට යාළුවෙක් ඉන්නවා නිමල් කියලා. ඔයා කියනවා මැසේජ් එකක් දීලා මේක අමල්ට කියන්න කියලා. දැන් නිමල් ඔයාගේ යාළුවා කරන්නේ when the message is when this is informed to Amal, what he do, he will go and inform all the students in your class, including teacher and everyone. Then the relevant Amalට මෙහෙම කියන්න කිව්වනේ අරයා. අමල්ට මෙහෙම කියන්න කිව්වනේ කියලා හැමෝටම කියනවා. Then the relevant party will acquire that information, but that is a wastage. That is useless. That is less intelligent. So that is called broadcasting. Broadcast කියන්නේ එන එක ඔහේ හැමෝටම යවනවා. කැමති කෙනා ගන්නවා. That is less secure. More traffic එකත් වැඩි. ඇයි? හැමෝටම කියන්න යනවා. Less secure. ආරක්ෂාවත් මදි. ඇයි? So less secure. Why? So because anyone can obtain the information, right? It's broadcasting. හැමෝටම යනවනේ පණිවිඩය. So anyone can pretend and take the information. Switch is more intelligent. Switch can either decide to unicast, broadcast or multicast. Unicast කියන්නේ එක්කෙනෙකුට විතරක්. Switch can do that. If you say if the switch is Amal and you are asking to send it to Nimal, switch can only send to the Nimal. So ඒ කියන විදිහට කරන්න පුළුවන්. It's not send in here and there හැමතැනම යවන්නේ නැහැ. ඒ වෙනුවට නිමල්ට විතරක් යවන්න පුළුවන් switch එකට. Switch can multicast. Multicast කියලා කියන්නේ කීප දෙනෙකුට යවන්නත් පුළුවන්. Switch can multicast. හරි ඒතකොට switch එකට තනි එක්කෙනෙකුට යවන්නත් පුළුවන් කීප දෙනෙකුට යවන්නත්. And switch even can broadcast. Broadcast කියන්නේ හැමෝටම යවන්න. Router. So what is the duty of router පුතේ? Router එක මොනවද කරන්නේ? හරි. දැන් එන පණිවිඩය යවන කෙනා තමයි hub එක. නැත්තම් එන පණිවිඩය යවන්න තමයි switch එක තියෙන්නේ. එයා තමයි transmit කරන්නේ අනිත් අයට. ඒ කියනොත් switch is intelligence. So what router does? Router මොකද කරන්නේ?
Building a connection.
ඉතින් network switch එකත් එක කරනවා. Hub එකත් එක කරනවා. Hub is also doing, switch is also doing. Building a connection, switch, hub both are doing. දෙකම කරනවා. එහෙනම් ඒ router එක.
Building a connection between computer networks.
Building a connection between
Computer networks.
Building a connection between computer networks. එතකොට switch hub වලට බැයිද ඒක කරන්න? Switch hub, can't they do that?
switch or hub can only connect to desks.
Yes, Pute. Building a
So
connection. So, අරන් දෙන්නටත් පුළුවන්. Switch and hub can also do that. It can also do. Router is basically connecting two different type of network. ඔන්න ඕක තමයි මතක තියාගන්න. Right? Router is basically connecting two different types of networks. Hari, two different types of networks. Router is basically connecting two different types of network. Network වර්ග දෙකක් connect කරන්න තමයි router එකට. Router is responsible for finding the best route when it is sent to the second network. Right? එතකොට මෙහෙම එකක් අපි හිතමු. So let's say there is a small network. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 computers. These computers can be connected. Hari මේ ටික අපි connect කරමු switch එකකින්. You can use a switch to connect that. That is possible. Hari switch එකක් පුළුවන්, hub එකකුත් පුළුවන්. Let me use a switch. And let's say switch is black color. Hari. So this is connected to the switch. And let's say there is another network. තව එකක් තියෙනවා. So there is another network. In this network also, let's say this is your friend's home. There are some computers. So your friend, he has only 2 computers. So he has connected these 2 computers to the switch. එයාගේ ගෙදර තියෙන switch එකට connect කරලා මේ computers දෙක. Okay, now like so you both decide, right? Maybe okay, let's see, this is your science, this is your computer lab. And this is your science lab. Any example, right? Science lab. So your school principal decide to connect you to the internet. Internet is a different type of network. Internet is a, so we learn what type of network internet is. Is it a LAN, WAN or MAN?
WAN.
WAN, wide area network. Wide area network here is a network within different geographical areas. Different භූගෝලීය විෂම ප්‍රදේශවල තියෙනවා. Different, it's connecting different geographical area. We call that a wide area network. එතකොට principal ට ඕන දැන් මේක wide area network එක connect කරන්න. Wide area network is the internet. So that is large network. We draw something like this cloud එකක් අඳින්න අපි internet කියනවා. මොකද ඒක ලොකුයි. ගොඩාක් ලොකු network එකක්. So we draw, typically we used to draw a cloud. This is internet. So let's say your principal want the science lab and IT lab to connect with the internet. Internet is a different type of network. What is this network? Computer lab network is it LAN, MAN or WAN? So we learned last day, it is LAN, local area network. Network within a single geographical area. So what is science lab? It is LAN, WAN or MAN. It is also local area network. And so internet is a WAN, wide area network. Now the problem comes. The main වගේ ලොකු දැන් අපි හිතමු ඔයාලා ඉන්නවා, so maybe you are in your city. So let's say you are in Kalutara or you are in Colombo and you decide to migrate to Canada. It's like situation like this. You are in Kalutara and there's another one, he's in Colombo, and you two decide to migrate into Canada. Canada is a different network. Now you need visa. And also you need international transfer path. Because you don't know about this network. This is large, you don't know. You need to ask from somebody, right? Maybe you can ask from the visa providing company or the consultant, right? So then what happens? You go and ask from somebody, where is this place? How can I access? Because you don't know about this network. So that is your router, right? It will facilitate you to communicate with the unknown network, which is this internet. So can you understand the duty of router? Here's the router.
Yes, sir.
Understand this clearly, right? Router ke duty එක තමයි. එයා තමයි මේ නොදන්නා network එකේ පාරවල් හොයලා දීලා ඔයාව මෙහෙම ඔයාට යන්න උදව් කරන කෙනා. Routing කියලා කියන්නේ ඒකයි. So it will allow you to route through the unknown network. Route into the unknown network. So that is your router. Therefore, router is also called a gateway. එළියට යන gate එකක් වගේ. So this is also called a gateway. There are different devices called gateway. Gateway devices තියෙනවා වෙනම. හැබැයි router එකටම gateway කියලා කියනවා. Haven't you heard there's something called default gateway? අහලා තියෙනවද? Default gateway කියලා තියෙනවා. Network connection එකක් එහෙම හදන්න. You can check that. Okay, let me help you doing this practically. Otherwise this is like full theory. ටිකක් practically පොඩ්ඩක් කරලා බලමු මේක. Can somebody share your screen? If you are using a computer, can somebody share the screen, please? Don't take much time. Okay, Dimat, very good. So let's find your router. To do that, you can just go to your command prompt, open command prompt. Yes, open command prompt. There, please type ipconfig. ipconfig. Press enter. And here, this is it. You can see something called default gateway. Here, default gateway and IP address related to that. A default gateway and IP address. This is called IP address. Internet Protocol address. Related to that, that is 192.168.1.1. So let's go to your browser. Let's go to your web browser. And there, take a new tab. And please type this IP address 192.168.1.1. Press enter. And then you will be navigated to your router interface. Actually, this is your router login. If you know the login, you can log into the router. Username, password, done on a router login. Okay. So now you know how to find the router and router's address, how to log into the router. Router is the default gateway for you. Then we are internet yanne router ka hara. Can anybody share? Then I can teach again. Another one, please. Don't you like to get help? Okay, Oniti, good. So please go to your command prompt. Command prompt, yes. There you can type ipconfig without any space. Enter. Then you can see your default gateway is also 192.168.1.1. Just go to your browser, then type this address in the address bar. Yes, 192.168.1.1. No spaces, please. Space diyanne. Don't put spaces in the beginning. Erase everything and type. Okay, when you press enter, here also you can see your router interface. If you know the router username and password, you can log in. How can we find the username and password? Typically, it is displayed in the router. Router ke balanna ගොඩාක් වෙලාවට username password තියෙනවා, but don't change the settings, right? So you can then log into the router, but don't change the settings there. That will affect your connectivity if you have done something wrong. Okay, now you know what is this default gateway and what is the story of that. Right, great. So then repeater is basically kind of booster, signal booster. It's like hub. When a signal comes, it will repeat. Signal එකට ඈතට යන්න ඕනම repeat එකක් දාන්න වෙනවා. So let's say your coaxial cable can only go 100 meters, but you need to connect 200 meters away building using coaxial cable. So what you can do is you can use coaxial cable repeater, right? Repeater or twisted pair repeater. ඒවා increase කරනවා signal එක. hub එක හෝ switch එකක් repeat එකක් විදිහට use කරන්න පුළුවන්. Hub or switch can also be used as a repeater. But there are basically there are repeaters separately. එයා කරන්නේ මොකද්ද? Repeater will take the signal, enhance the signal and resend it. So when it is far away, you can send the signal because here 100 meters, මෙතන බලන්න මෙතන 100 meters තියෙන. මෙතනත් 100 meters තියෙනවා. දැන් මේ මැද්දේ wire දෙක join කරලා හරියන්නේ නැහැ. If you connect two wires in the middle, it won't connect because then it is 200 meters. It is too far. But you can connect a repeater into the middle. Okay, I hope you understood what repeater is. Right now, you learn about few devices and what else? What else? What else? We learn about switch, hub, repeater, router, bridge. Bridge is basically connecting similar networks. දැන් අර කලින් අපි ඇඳා වගේ. කලින් අපි ඇඳනේ. So I just draw some network. This is, I said that this is your IT lab and this is your science lab. So there are computers in science lab, there are computers in IT lab, and both are connected. So let's say principal decide not to provide internet, but principal decide, yes, I need to connect IT students with the science students. Those students are there in two buildings. So I need a bridge. Bridge is again a kind of switch. That switch. So this is a switch. This is a switch or a hub. Bridge is another switch. So what principal can do? He can connect this network to this network by using a bridge. So similar networks can be connected using bridge. Different networks can be connected using router. Similar networks can be connected using bridge. Right? I hope you can remember these things, right? So if not, I'll give you a small short note. So please write down in front of that. Hub. Let me erase. It is less intelligent. This is short note, right? This is short note. Less intelligent. Broadcasting, that means signals is sent to everyone. More traffic. Slow. Insecure. Less cost. Connecting LANs, local area networks. In the other hand, switch is more intelligent. It is unicasting, multicasting, or broadcasting according to the need. අවශ්‍යතාවය අනුව පුළුවන් යාට හැසිරෙන්න. Unicast, multicast, or broadcast. Less traffic, faster than a switch, secure, cost is higher than hub, connecting LANs, router, connecting two different network types. Example, LAN to WAN connection. It finds best route when moving from smaller network or one network to the another, moving from one network to another. So find the repeater, enhancing the signal. It is enhancing or boosting signal. Bridge, connecting similar types of networks to LANs. Gateway, an exit point from one network to another. Router is also acting as a gateway. AP, extension of a network. Example, use Wi-Fi access point to connect wireless laptops to computer lab network. There's a network in the computer lab, so then the computer teacher can provide an access point, Wi-Fi access point. So that access point will allow new devices to connect with the computer. Firewall, a secure wall which let the external world to be filtered from the internal network. Similar to walls in our house. It has doors and windows to control the access to external world. අපේ ගෙදර තියෙන බිත්ති හිතන්න. ඒ බිත්ති වල ජනෙල් සහ දොරවල් තියෙනවා. ඒකෙන් තමයි පාලනය කරලා තමයි access දෙන්නේ. It's controlled. Not everyone can come. Elephant cannot come through a window or door. Maybe a person cannot come through a window, need to come through the door, but it is also locked. You can control. Similar to that, firewalls are having ports. Firewalls have ports. Modem, modulator, demodulator, which convert digital signals in the computer to analog and transmit over analog telephone network. it also deconvert analog to digital. That is why it's called demodulator modulated, converts and deconverts. Okay, please write down this, very important. Quickly write down this part. The main points related to networking and actually this is one of the main headings that we were discussing. We know about the devices now, and this is in detail. So you can see in detail description about these devices. It is there in the note, right? So what we have discussed today, we discussed about wired and wireless communication, and also the devices that use for the networking, And so one more thing I would like to emphasize before we wind up for today. So that is here, this is your book. Again, let's look into the book. And this is grade 10 English medium book. Here we have this, we are in the second chapter, which is one of the longest chapter, theory chapter. And here we were discussing about the last part of this lesson, that is networking. Last part of that lesson is networking. Related to that, we were discussing about devices and the communication. Then, so how these devices interconnect. So we have to learn about that. These images, everything is given there. Modem, also we need to discuss this modulation, demodulation process. I'll brush up that next day. Then we discuss about this LAN, WAN, all these things. Then finally, what we have to discuss about the network security, advantages and disadvantages. That will be done next week. Okay, then thank you very much. See you all next week. Good night.
Good night, sir. Thank you, sir.